everyone, welcome to my channel again. So in my last video I showed you how to do white henna, which is just like a paint. It's not really henna. White henna is like this awesome paste that they made at Henna Caravan, and I think it has like a glue in it or something. I don't know what they put in it, but it lasts so long and it looks so nice and it doesn't really peel off as if you were to make it at home. So yeah, this is a white henna. I'm going to show you today. Last time I showed you how to use it with a brush. This time I'm going to teach you how to make your own cone and how to use the white henna with a cone rather than a brush. Though I will say with a brush, since you're going to be applying it thinner, it does last a little bit longer from my experience. But with the cone you get much neater lines. It looks so much prettier. But I figured for my beginner's tutorial, for my first one, I didn't really want to go right ahead and put a cone because I thought, you know, I'm lazy. I'm assuming everybody else is lazy and they don't want to make their own cone. So a brush is like, I'm pretty sure everybody has a small brush in their house. But for this tutorial, if you want to get a little bit more serious about it, and we can make a really nice cone together. And then I can teach you how to fill it with the white henna. And again, this henna I get from hennacaravan.com. I don't recommend making your own henna because why make something yourself when you could just buy it? I think it's only like $4, and it lasts longer than if you were to make something yourself. So I'm going to go right ahead and show you how to make your cone. I like to make my cones thin and short. That way they are like super neat. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is all you need for this tutorial. Tape, scissors, and a magazine, and a regular Ziploc bag. The first step is really easy. All you have to do is cut all the sides of the Ziploc bag and try to keep it in a square shape. That way when you're doing your cone, it'll kind of help you out. Okay, so I'm going to start making my cone. I'm going to be placing my left hand on the edge of the side of the Ziploc bag and the one on the bottom. I'm going to guide it with my bottom hand and twirl it with the top hand and just keep twirling. It's very easy. It's like making a cake cone or something like that. You've probably made them before. If not, just keep practicing and you'll get the hang of it. So you just keep twirling. And try to make the tip as tight as possible because as soon as you put the white henna in there, it's a little bit liquidy, so it's going to start dripping out. So make sure you got a really tight point on your cone before you tape it. So just take a little piece of tape and tape where the fold ends. Sorry, my camera went out of frame. But yeah, I just taped the end of it by the nozzle pretty much. And now my henna was a little bit old, so I had to poke it. I'm just filling in my cone. See how it's dripping everywhere? That's because my nozzle wasn't tight enough, so don't do that. But if you do that, just tape the nozzle, the tip of the cone, and then it'll stop making it drip everywhere. That's why I use the magazine too, because it can get messy and it will stick everywhere. So use a magazine. And then just cut the top of the Ziploc bag and fold it in and tape it. And make sure it's secure and it's not going to get everywhere. And then wash your hands after because that might stick to your hands. For inspiration, I'm using this photo on Hooded Beauty by Girly Henna from Instagram. I know it looks pretty complicated, but we're going to break it down together. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to draw a line parallel to my wrist, 4 inches or 3 inches over my wrist. Then I'm going to go ahead and do swirls. And then connect the swirl to the other swirl. And then keep doing that over and over until the line is done. I mean, I think everybody knows how to draw a good swirl, but if you don't, you can always practice on paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and put dots over the swirls. Now I'm going to do a parallel line to my first line. And then connect the two lines with diagonal lines. Once you do that, go ahead and start the opposite direction of diagonal lines. That way you're making little diamond shapes. And keep doing it until you reach the end of your wrist. And try to space them out evenly. After that, start putting dots every time where you see the lines meeting. So wherever the lines meet, dot it in any way you want. I'm doing like square looking dots, but you can do like regular dots or smaller dots, or you can even do like hollow shapes that aren't really a dot. You can do whatever you want. So once you filled in all the spaces that you felt like needed some dotting, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting little tiny dots over the top of the first line I drew and on the bottom of the second line I drew. So then I'm gonna do another parallel line to the third line we did. And I'm gonna draw little loops, trying to keep the consistency of how thick or thin the loops are, trying to make them all equal throughout the entire line. Sorry about my camera. It's very interested in my glove. It's a sign that you should all wear gloves. It's messy. Okay, so when you're done with the loops, you're gonna do swirls again, just like the top. And this time, instead of making random swirls, you're gonna do swirls starting from the line, curving in, and then again and again and again. Under that, you're just gonna do high pressure, like as if you're doing a dot, letting go of the cone and dragging down. Then you're gonna dot in between. So for this part, as you can see, I put a dot in the center before I started to kind of guide me through the center point of my hand. That way I can drag everything in and out from the center of my hand. It makes the overall design look a lot more symmetrical, and it gives you kind of like a guideline or a guide dot. And then I'm going to draw loops. After drawing loops and another line under the arcs, I'm going to go ahead and draw even dots throughout the second line we made. Okay, so I did a dot again over the dot I did last time. Sorry about my camera. And then I'm connecting everything to that dot, drawing like half circles or arcs and ending them with a swirl. I'm making loops again. And whenever I feel like the tip of my cone is getting too watery, I go ahead and wipe the tip of it on the napkin. That's really gonna help you if you're ever interested in being a henna artist. Always carry an extra napkin on the side of you. That way you can wipe the tip of your cone as you go. For the little leafy part, I just did dots and dragged them out. And then I'm drawing little swirls on the edges of the arcs. And then I'm doing like, I guess dots, but then dragging them in. And I'm going to be doing that on both sides to both of the things I did. And they're pretty easy. Don't put as much pressure as I did on the first one because it kind of leaked a little bit. And then do the dots in the middle. Dots are my favorite part because they're pretty easy. And connect the dots all around your loops. Okay, so I looked at my design and I figured it needed a little bit of thinner lines, and it's kind of hard to get thin lines with the white henna because of the consistency is so liquidy. So you gotta make your cone as tight as possible to get thinner lines. Yay, it's a finger part. So I'm starting out with my thumb and I'm doing a line and then loops under it. Very simple, and it's starting to come together. Okay, so over here I decided to do a straight vine, and all you have to do is draw a straight line and then do dots and let go of the pressure and then drag them out in opposite directions. Over here, I don't know what I'm doing honestly. I just did like interchanging vines with leaves. So you could do that. I mean, they look okay. Okay, this shape right here is so cute. All you have to do is draw a dot and a dot on the side of it, on the other side, and then the top, and you get like a dot in a square, and they look super cute. So I did 2 of them with lines, and yay, we're done. I hope this tutorial was really helpful, and I hope I helped you guys out. Okay, ta-da, we're done. Okay, so this is how it looks at the end. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial. See you next time!